Yo, what's going on, people? It's your boy Huncho, back at you again with another video. So there's been some major developments in regards to the Birmingham stabbing spree. If you don't know what's going on though, I will leave the coverage link down in the description, but in a nutshell, at around 12:30 AM on the 6th of September 2020, a man was said to have begun his knife attack spree at Constitution Hill before making his way down to Livery Street, where he would go on to stab more people. He then made his way to Irving Street, again attacking people, before finishing off on Hurst Street, and then was said to have fled the scene. And last night, as the majority of you will know, there was an ongoing manhunt for him. So just a quick one in regards to an update on the victims. It is now being reported that a 23-year-old man was in fact murdered on Irving Street, and it's believed that a 19-year-old man and a 32-year-old woman are still in hospital in critical condition. So after police put an appeal out yesterday night via releasing CCTV to the public, it now seems as if they've gone on to make an arrest in connection with this incident. At 4 AM this morning, just over 24 hours after the knife man had fled the scene, armed response units from the West Midlands Police swooped on a home in the Selly Oak area of Birmingham. The force have gone on to confirm that they've arrested a 27-year-old man on suspicion of murder and 7 counts of attempted murder, and he currently remains in police custody and is being questioned. Neighbours to the scene of the arrest have gone on to tell reporters what they seen and heard this morning. One said, "We heard a massive bang, we thought someone had crashed a car, but it must have been the police bashing the door down. We looked out the window and there were lots of armed police shouting, 'Armed police, get down.' There were 2 police vans, then 3 more police cars came along. I saw them bringing about 4 people out. That house has been privately rented and they've been around for the last 6 weeks. The locals have had problems with them playing loud music." So don't get me wrong, it's definitely a good thing that no one else has been harmed, and it was just only 24 hours later they went on to make an arrest, but I still believe the response time was way too slow to this incident. In regards to the comments being made about the response time, West Midlands Mayor Andy Street told BBC Radio 4's Today programme it wasn't right to say the police's response was too slow, adding, "It's very easy to comment on a police investigation while it's live. I don't intend to fall into that trap. There are lots of questions as to what happened during that 2-hour period, but there's people making lots of assumptions from things that they quite frankly don't know." Look, all I'm saying is this, no one is making assumptions. All people are saying is, why was this man allowed to run rampant, going on a stabbing spree for 2 hours without no police intervention? He didn't just go down the road and continue his stabbing spree, he was going across the other side of the city centre, and then to top it off he fled the scene, and that's why the police had to put an appeal out. Of course there's factors that we should keep in mind, like for example the police might have not realised that the incidents were connected, but it still doesn't take away from the fact that CCTV cameras probably would have picked up on him. Now, if I was to take a wild guess, I'd say that Birmingham, being the second biggest city in the UK, probably has a lot of CCTV cameras. And don't get me wrong, I know there's slow police response times, 10, 15, 20 minutes, fair enough, but 1.5 to 2 hours allowing this man to run around just isn't acceptable in my opinion. But it would be good to see what the West Midlands Police's response is going to be as to why the response time was so slow. As it stands right now, that's all the updates in regards to this situation, and it seems as if the police are saying this was down to random attacks still, but if that changes or if there is any further updates, I'll be sure to keep you guys updated on this one. I do want to take this time out also just to say rest in peace to the man that has passed away, and I'm hoping that the other 2 in critical condition can pull through at this hard time. But moving on to our next story, and it seems as if a 15-year-old schoolboy has been seriously injured after being shot on his way to school. Just after 8:40 AM this morning, that being the 7th of September 2020, armed police alongside the air ambulance service were called to Grange Farm, Kesgrave, which is near Ipswich, to reports that someone had been shot. When they arrived, they found the 15-year-old boy suffering from serious injuries, and he was airlifted to a hospital in Cambridge, where he's currently receiving urgent medical attention. Someone has been arrested over the incident, although the police haven't revealed the age, but it is believed that the person is a teenager and they are currently being questioned by police. Assistant Chief Constable Rob Jones said, "Following this serious incident, our priority is to keep everyone safe. We have now made an arrest as a part of this investigation and are working with our partners in Suffolk and our schools to ensure that everyone feels safe when they're collecting their children from school this afternoon." The owner of an animal shelter in Kesgrave said the person believed to be the suspect in the shooting had been hiding in his back garden but escaped before armed police officers arrived. He went on to say, I got woken up because my dogs were going absolutely ballistic at the back of the house. When I went to the back window to have a look, there was a gentleman who looked like he was carrying something. At first, I thought it was a bat or a pole or something, and he went down behind my exotic animal closures. He added that the man had a hooded top over his arm concealing whatever he was carrying, going on to say, "I've got no neighbours directly and I've got a woodland at the side. I didn't see where he went." A local resident who lives at the scene of the shooting said that he heard gunshots and screams, going on to say, "I heard the sound of the gunshot. I thought someone had dropped a paving slab or something. I heard the scream, so I ran outside to see if I could help. When the ambulance and police arrived, I was asked to get back so they could get on with their job." Kesgrave High School, which is the victim's school, confirmed in a tweet that he was a pupil at the school, and they went on to say, "We have made aware by the police that there's been a serious incident involving one of our year 11 students on their way to school. Students in school are safe and we are managing the situation in constant close communication with the police. Students are to remain in school and will be kept safe in liaison with the police. Police will be present in the area and around the school throughout the school day. At the present time, we're expecting students to be dismissed at the end of the school day, 3:20 p.m. as normal." So this just goes to show you that we do have violent crime issues surrounding young people all around the UK. When we're talking about shootings and stabbings, people normally look to bigger cities like London, but time and time again we're seeing young people involved in acts of violence in these smaller places. What's most shocking about this case in particular, though, is the fact that this young boy would have more than likely have been in his school uniform, so for this gunman to walk up to him and just shoot him like that just goes to show you how cold-blooded he really was. Now, I don't know the motive behind the shooting, and I'm not going to speculate, but the only thing I will say is that the police have come out to say that the person arrested was a teenage boy, so maybe the two had some kind of issues with each other, and if this was the case, then to shoot him really has just overstepped that mark. So I do want to just take this time out as well and just say that I am hoping that this 15-year-old boy does pull through, because to be only 15 and shot on your way to school, I can't imagine what his parents are actually going through right now. But let me know what you guys think of this in the comment section below. Give the video a little like, and if you want the latest drill, street and music news out of the UK, be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. It's been your boy Huncho, and I'm out.